someone just pick your leg, and then you already start like a work to defend the single leg. Maybe before you could pull your leg out, maybe you can just kind of kick out, but you just feel your leg pretty much like stuck over here. And then the other person already start running the pipe, and just work really to defend yourself. And obviously, there's many different ways to approach this. But if you have like you're familiar with like the submission, you can choose the submission setup, just defend. So if I see the other person's head is just kind of like sticking out that much, if it's just stuck in, and just stay tight, maybe it's not gonna be my first operator, but if I see his head sticking out, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step his head down. I'm gonna step his head down at the same time that I just feeding my other hand. Stay strong. Just snap that. You can see it's not that low, but now I have to make sure I just get myself on top of that. So he's walking to the finish, just keep his head down. Second hand, just connect it. And from here, maybe you don't have to give up the takedown and sit on the floor. You already can start squeeze. A lot of the time when you start squeeze, the other person maybe let it go, and then you still can work the finish. Finish like push the head to the side, sitting down, and leg over, right? But if it's on the other side, I don't switch hands, I don't have the the same for both sides, but I still can do the same thing. But now I have to make sure like he just don't fall on my side. I don't want to have to deal with him like on my side control. So if that's the side, most important thing for me, if he attack like different leg, and then you have the opposite hand to finish, most important thing for me, I don't want to pass my guard. Make sure you're tucking something, and then you still can work the direction, right? But that's kind of the simple way, because you go to the ground and then you consolidate like the position, and then you can pretty much like finish that. The problem is like you go to the neck and then he tuck it, and you just couldn't get the neck, and then you start to pull your leg, and you pull your leg, and once you start pull your leg, sometimes he just keep following you. Stay. You start pull your leg and start following, and you still can go back. If you pull your leg, you couldn't escape your leg. You try to pull, then you pull. That would be like a good time to go back to the guillotine. So if the other person's holding, and you find his neck open, you can get right with it. But if you tuck him and he's still walking to pull your leg, and you can always go back. But just because I'm kind of like pulling, I'm not only defending guillotine, but also kind of forcing him in the direction that maybe his head kind of goes forward. And then if his head comes forward, if I start pulling, I can still catch his head just like before. And then you can choose. If you feel like strong, you can start squeeze, maybe he let go. If he doesn't really like give up your leg, maybe he finished the takedown, or maybe you decide to sit. Make sure your back doesn't touch the mat. After I follow the hit, guys, I can maintain his head in between my elbows. I can keep his head right here in between both elbows. Or I can just push the head to the side that I have my arm under his neck. And then elbow comes up, leg goes on top, right? I'm not being precise how to finish. I just want to make sure you guys understand when to do the guillotine. But just to add it up, like first hand, second hand just on top. And the elbow goes up, That's what I guess. I just want to add this up to something that we worked before, because I think that's something that was missing. So every time I have the person's head over here, I feel his head is underneath, I just snap his head down, and I'm not necessarily go across, I can't, it's strong. I don't want to hurt your neck. I don't have to go across, I'm pretty much just kind of like just hitting, really kind of hitting like, really like straight, just so so it doesn't take that much to get there, I just go straight, I don't have to go across, I don't have to kind of like knock to get in, just put the hand under. Is the last chance so he can tuck his neck, because even if you go to the side, sometimes the other person goes away from him. So make sure like you got hit. just get the hand straight, you know what I mean? Straight on his neck. You know? And if you have a long arm, what I see a lot of people have problem, but I don't see a problem like sometimes I got tackled with people that has a long arm, you know? So if it's tight, like will happen, the choke is gonna happen. Imagine you have a very long arm, so just keep tucking your elbows back and just leave like your wrist under his neck, you know? Don't if you have a long arm, don't just exaggerate it. Something's gonna get too loose. So you have a hand, you have the wrist, that's all you need of it. Elbows stay tucked. You have a long arm, elbows stay tucked. You don't have to pull, you don't have just keep your elbow tucked, and then obviously in the end your elbow cup goes up. But what I was telling you guys before that I want to add it up is like you can just pull his head and then he's well defended, you know. Keep your head up. No, he's just kind of like, he's just not giving to you, he just pull, and then like you already pull out and just like he still keep his head up and his neck is strong. So now instead of like just feeding the guillotine before, and you kind of almost know like, man, he's gonna finish the takedown. He's gonna finish the takedown. He has a better takedown than you. That's why probably he's gonna finish the takedown. If I have a better takedown than him, probably I don't like he finished, but you feel like he's gonna finish the takedown. And he just walking to finish. But when he finish, you don't let him finish and keep his head up. You don't let him finish and look good. You know what I mean? You want to make sure he finishes it and fall down. When I say fall down, like he got you down, you just pull him with you. That's what I want to add with something that we worked before. Keep your neck strong. You know? So he's finished the takedown, he's finished it. You just pull him down. I'm not looking to get under his neck. I'm looking to get over his neck. And stay down a little bit. And when I reach this, I fall the takedown, but I have a very good chance to get back on top and still finishing what is like a good trade. I lost the 2 points, maybe he got back on top, but from here, guys, I get myself on top. On top because, can you rotate please? On top because I can kind of sweep him if I feel comfortable. I can just feel his balance. If he puts too much weight towards the side, you know what I mean, I can just go to the side. If he goes too much weight towards the other side, I can go to the other side. If I cannot take his balance out for both sides, I can push, get my leg out, start walking my way on top. Everything because that grip that I reached when I was losing. I just found a better grip that maybe climb myself back on top. So what was the point that I forgot before that I feel I want to add up? I'm going down. I know he's going to finish it. You know? Keep your head up. Don't give. If the other person falls with the head, if he falls with the head down, he can just reach over. But if he's that good, he wants to finish. If you want to keep like a strong posture, it's not going to be kind of giving up position too much. So, and that's the point. You know? So if you start going down, he's not finished. Pull his head down for you and keep his head. So the same momentum that he starts swinging to get down, you just pull him. You accept to go down, but you bring him down with you. And try to reach as a headlock. You know, no guillotine. I didn't have a attempt to really finish. I don't have like a goal to finish. I just want to make sure like I reach this. And I have his arm in, so I don't have to like dig into his neck. I just want the whole thing. Because I have the whole thing, I'm not trying to finish, I'm just getting myself on top. And the whole thing gives me like a better control. I have his arm, I have his head. I can start working this. I can start to climb on top. And now I can work the finish. I have a crucifix, I can let go of the arm, you can start work on the back. The finish come later. So when the other person is finished the takedown, the single leg, just pull his head and just climb on top. That's it, guys. Control, the other person ready to drop on your leg, and you're just gonna have a chance to sprawl. But he has your leg and he's got a good hold, but at the same time I'm really stuffing his head down. At the same time that he's stuffing his head down, you should be looking for like a resistance, you know what I mean? You're not gonna stuff in the other person, guys, just kind of like fall down. So as soon as he goes, you feel like he starts to come up. He starts to come up with his head posture up. He starts to come up head higher, or maybe he starts to come up to put the head on the other side. So you feel like his head wants to come up because you push, you stuff his head down. Once I feel his head come up, I'm gonna just catch. So as soon as I feel like he's picking up, I'm pushing, and I know his head comes up, that'll be the time that I'm gonna catch at the same time. So the other person, as soon as he goes to the line, just push up. As soon as you push up, I want you guys just try really hold. And that is like a little trick because I don't want to like go push and go with the hand on top of his head. From here, I just kind of like slide my hands up. Sorry, I'm just gonna slide my hand like around his neck. Because if I have to do this and pull, I'll probably not gonna catch. So his head comes, I'm just kind of like reaching over. My hands over here has to be closed. This is the first thing that if he's gonna defend the choke, he's gonna grab my fingers. Grab my fingers. So he's gonna just start crank, and then you complain to someone that you already lost the position. So there's no time to complain. So you make sure like you hide your fingers so the other person don't break your choke. So you have this, have that. Just go that. One more time, sorry. Let's get used to like he goes to my leg, you stuff his head, and just catch on that. I'm not reaching the back of his neck. I'm not pulling his head down. You know what I mean? Once his head starts to come up, I'm just cover up. Cover, connect my hands. Obviously, like, I make sure his head doesn't come out. Keep his head down. I can start squeeze like right against like my stomach. If you let go, great. You continue to kind of like the choke. You can push his head to the side. I can fall on my side and go to the choke. Something like this. But if I get to the point, if he finishes the takedown, I work to stay sit up. I'm really working like so that I don't go falling back. The head is underneath, so now head goes to the side, elbow comes up. And leg, don't let him catch your both legs. The reason why I still see you can choke from here, maybe if you hold him, but if you catch your both legs and he pass, now it's gonna be really hard. So you try kind of, don't let him catch your leg. Make sure your leg kind of like goes over the shoulder. That's what, right guys? That was slightly different, slightly different than you just feeding your hand to the person's neck. You're not feeding your hand to his neck, you're not pulling his head, you're pushing his head. But then you feel the resistance, you feel the resistance because you defend the single leg, you try avoid him to get higher on your leg or to climb, higher. So it's different because I'm pushing down, so I'm not pulling his head, I'm not feeding my hand, I'm just pushing. As soon as I let go, I just kind of slide my hand underneath. So I have something like this, I'm just kind of sliding. So doesn't take longer, he just kind of feeds himself to the choke, he just goes deeper. You just gotta make sure like his head doesn't come out, make sure like you stay tucked in, your hands connect, don't leave them in like a grip, take all the edges out, you don't wanna leave an edge, you don't wanna leave your tongue, you just kind of tuck in, just close that, And just like that, someone drops your head, maybe you just push it so hard, and then he stay low, He stay low and he doesn't really put that much resistance, and he pause over here. And then if you feel like he pause over here, instead of like you just wait for him comes out, or instead of you just kick your leg, as soon as he start go over here, come. You just step over. But that would be like if his head stays so low, he drops to my leg, his head stays so low, he's not really coming up because you kind of like stopping. If I let go here and I try to go to his neck, he's gonna be so low, maybe I will lose something. So instead of go reach for his neck over there, I will take my foot out and just step over. Maybe he catches his leg because that's common. Maybe he catches his leg, but you make sure like you stay behind him. This leg cannot pulls you down. So I'm sorry, so I say that a little bit more. So if he catch your leg, put my leg down. You don't wanna let him do this. So that's why when he catches the second leg, you keep your weight back. So if he pulls your leg, you kind of like most like behind him and not on front of him, because if you're on front of him, you fall right underneath. So same reaction. As soon as he goes to your leg, you stop. If he doesn't really come out, if he stay kind of low, maybe his knees down, or maybe he's catching the other leg. Maybe he's catching the other leg, you know, he's stepping over there, you know. You pull and step forward. I try to stop the position, I lost my balance. So every time I step over, guys, I have to make sure I'm falling back, you know. Make sure like you don't reach and fall forward. So he goes there, stop. That's how it should be. You should step back and fall back. And when I say back, like you're not yanking his back, you just kind of like keep your weight behind. You don't want your weight goes forward. And that's very like important when things happen really fast. You don't want to kind of like tilt your weight forward. So the big challenge on this position, we keep your weight back. Keep your weight back, and after you pull, just connect. Find a grip, you know what I mean? You have to connect, maybe you don't have that much time to make a perfect seat belt. That's not even the side, you know what I mean? That may be like your back seat belt, but you just grab and then you keep that in. And from here, obviously, now you can switch if you feel like it. That's the situation. So who's on board, guys? Go to the leg but doesn't come up. Just keep the leg because you push him, because you keep him down. You keep him down. He's not coming up. He stays low. Maybe he's defending. Maybe he's afraid to pop his head to my shoulder. Step. My weight like is back as much as I can. And you don't want to fall without the seat belt. Okay? Mm-hmm. You make sure you have the seat belt and bring him with you. Let's try this. And then obviously like now here you got a lot of control, but if you know someone goes to like a single leg again, if you have the reflex, you don't have to even like sprawl if you see that coming, right? But obviously like the closest he got, more you're gonna have to kick. And I was like, my knee's still free, you know what I mean? He doesn't really have like my whole leg. My knee's still free, so I'm gonna try like just go ahead and kick. But in case like he follow me, you know, I have to make sure like I keep him away from me, right? So as soon as he goes on my leg, I'll keep my hand like just keep him far from me. Just in case like he shoot on my leg, he try following me. I turn around, I keep kicking, but I keep my hand on him just so he cannot really connect to my back or something like this. He goes to my back, so he goes there. So I don't want to have to do something like this, right? So that's why like once he shoot over there, I kick, and I keep my hand on him the whole time in case he keep coming towards me. You know? That'll be like if I see that coming. Huh? I pull my leg, I try kick, but then he's really stuck. I try kick, I keep the distance, but my leg's not going away because he's control my knee, or just he has like a better control. Maybe it's just like dry and it's not slip around. So as soon as I kick, I go back. So as soon as I realize like he's not coming out, I go back immediately. And the reason why like I time to go and come back is because as soon as I kick, he moves forward. If he moves forward, it means like there's a chance maybe his neck is open. So if his neck is open, I'm probably going to be able to walk and he's not going to have that much defense. So you shoot on my single, second, and just go back. But I have to really try. I'm really try, and then go back. Now that I go back, the hand that is on the neck, slide under. Or, of course, if you left hand, I can just kind of swing over, and I just connect on the other side. So you can choose. Do this, and do that. Or you do this, and you do that. I don't feel a problem to do either side, but I prefer to use always the same hand. If he has leg, I use this hand. If he has leg, I use the same hand, right? So as soon as I do this, I kick, doesn't come out. Sometimes you lock so tight that the person feels like so trapped from the choke, you let go of your leg, and then you decide if you want to keep like a snapping down. And then you can just kind of like go to the guillotine. Or if you feel like if you let it go, you can just kind of hold. You don't have to really pull guard. You can keep snapping down and just kind of try hold this. Maybe he decides to roll on his belly because he wants to defend, and then you end up on top. If you feel like you don't want to pull guard from that. But as long as you have like a tight choke that you trust, it's okay to pull guard because he's completely defending his neck. He's not trying to hold and stay on top, right? So first hand goes on, the second hand connects. If the choke like is not really, if he doesn't feel that thread and he's not letting go your leg, instead of like, can you swing me away? You don't want to land like that. So better than being like wipe out like this, better than just throw. I'll sit on my butt. I'll be much stable than kind of be throwing around. That will make sure like the guillotine stay tight. I still have his head underneath, so I can manage now, guys. Throw the head to the side, and then leg goes over. All right. So head is on underneath. I throw to the side. Leg goes over at the same time. The elbow comes up, and the grip is still the same. Just stay tight. Elbow comes up. The more side you get, the higher the elbow goes. If I'm on my back, the elbow goes low. So I stay on the side so the elbow gets high. Let's go try this. Guys, since a lot of people like having a lot of questions about the same thing, let's not forget from the beginning. I mean, the beginning is not just like kind of go to the guillotine. The beginning is like I'm defending my leg. I'm keeping this hand far away. I use this hand to keep him far away from me, and I will meet him kind of like in the middle when I release that. When I release it, like we both kind of like just get to the choke. This is my better side. I'll feel comfortable with that. But I was like, if you go on the other leg, I'll do the same thing, but with the other. I'll do the same thing with my arm, but with the other leg, cutting the single. I'll still work on this, but instead of going the same side, I go on the opposite side. The only thing that changed now is like instead of falling this side, while it was coming on the other side, now I have to fall. I can see and fall on this side. As long as it doesn't pass my guard, doesn't matter if it was on that side or on the other side, I can't let him pass my guard, so I'll be fine. I'll do the same thing. Elbow comes up. The only difference, like I don't have the leg on top like before. But you don't need the leg as long as you have the elbow, so you're fine. The leg and the elbow is just kind of one extra security. But if you don't have the leg over his head, you can still be over there as long as your elbow is up. So, same arm guillotine, same arm guillotine. Now, I'll land on the same side. Whoa, same thing. So I don't need the leg as long as I don't let him pass my guard, and I have my elbow over there. And it doesn't matter I have my good side, I still don't want to let him pass my guard. Because I don't want to just trust entirely on my elbow. It's good to have the half guard, but don't let him pass. It's good to have the half guard, the elbow, but don't let him pass it. I'm still gonna try choking. Over here, but it's just kind of like, it's not the ideal position. Let's go try it. Guys, I never brought that up because I don't think you guys never asked so much about this. And since a lot of people was asking about this, like I want to try to go over one detail that I don't think I ever care much. But since everybody was asking, I realized I never talk about this. So this is like not my good side, but this is like the same arm choke. So this leg is stuck, this leg doesn't come out. This leg doesn't go over the shoulder, and it's probably gonna stay here. And I wanna have a guard. If I just sit, and I just go on my side, my both legs in between, not really is gonna hold me. I can try to hold it like this, but not necessarily gonna really hold me. You guys can see like I'm hooking one, the other. So if you have the time and the habit to like, as soon as you fall, this leg is free. I put the leg out. I put the leg out to kind of like block me. So it's a little bit like a half guard reverse. And this is not really a guard. This is not really hold him, but hold him just enough so like he tap. You know what I mean? This is not gonna hold him like a 1 minute, but you can hold him there until he's struggling to like try escape from the move, right? So just if you guys gonna do more, just remember to pull the leg out if you have the time. Let's get some water and then get back to you. Guys, stand on my feet. I have one leg on the front. I believe if he's gonna attack one leg, it's gonna be the one that is close to him. So he's gonna go to my leg. And then he pick up my leg. As soon as he pick up my leg, he start like run the pipe to try to really take him down. As soon as he start running the pipe, he start putting his weight down. I sink my hand under his neck. If he just hold my leg and stay up, it's one thing. But when he starts kind of like pull me back or pushing me my hip down, once he start really pulling, that'll be the best time to just sink my hand over it. Once he's over here, I'm kind of like defending, I'm trying to kick, but once he pulls me, my hand goes right there. As soon as you feel like your leg is being kind of pulling, pull your leg down. As soon as you feel yank your leg down, it means his weight's going down. As soon as he pulls it, that'll be the best time. If he doesn't stay low, obviously if he stays low, you can just block right away, the guillotine on him. But if he makes your leg, he goes there, and then you kind of hop and he start moving, hand goes right in there. And let's try to make that like the strongest possible. When I say strongest possible, like you snap the head down and you sink the hand underneath, right? One more time. So he has my leg. So when he starts pulling, don't put your head down, let me just move back. So he's pulling back. So he's pulling. That'll be the best time. Do a good like snap down and sink your hand underneath. So he has that. So he starts moving. As I get his head down, I push the head to the side at the same time. My hands already connect. Once he takes me down, I manage to stay sitting up. I don't want to be taken down and kind of like something like this. And then he try passing my guard and this. So I want to get taken down, but I want to stay sitting up. If I'm getting taken down, I'm taken down and I stay sitting up. So he has my leg. So he's moving. So once he takes me down, I'm working hard to make myself stay up. I push my leg forward so my leg doesn't go up. So I'm pushing everything forward. As I connect like a good control, now I can go on the bottom with my elbow high. So one hand under, second hand over, elbow comes up. One hand under, second hand over, elbow comes up. So he has my leg. So he starts moving. That'll be the best time. I connect my hands, I push his head to the side. Usually the side that I have my arm underneath his neck. As soon as he pulls me, I work to stay forward. If I'm going down now, elbow comes up and leg goes over at the same time. Try to do everything together and stay covered of his head. So you stay covered. Don't let his head come out. Don't let the back of his neck get exposed. Every time you uncover the back of his neck, means like you just connecting from his head. So you stay covered. Elbow comes up, leg goes over. Look how he's going the same side that I attack his neck, right? He's going the same side, so I'm just doing this. If it happens to he goes on the other leg, I'm still gonna go with the same arm. But now I'm not putting his head on the other side. Now I keep his head underneath. If he does the same thing, he take me down. As long I don't like him passing my guard, I'll keep the same thing. Guys, I'm not over his head, but if I cover his neck, the whole pressure starts. So I'm just taking the time. So once you're over there, I keep my elbow up, but I cover the neck to finish quick. But I'm not finished quick because I don't want you guys to see the position, right? So if you end up going the other side, well, maybe it's not my favorite side, but one day snap his head down, I keep his head underneath. If he take me down, as long like I hold on my guard, elbow stay up. I'm staying here because I'm not putting pressure, but if I'm cover the top of his neck, that's when like the whole pressure started. Let's go try, guys. Guys, one of the hardest things to stay sitting up. You got take down, you sit down, you stay sitting up. You know? Even if you're the one that kind of like, oh, I have the guillotine, I don't need to wait till he get me down. You sitting down, you know what I mean? Don't fall on your back. Don't pull him on top of you. That's the whole point. Every time you pull him on top of you, he can pressure you. He can cover too much space. He can close the distance. He can pass your guard every time his weight comes on top of you. So if you can't work hard, so when he's pulled, you know, I'm forcing myself to stay here. I'm not just sitting down. I'm like working to stay here. Work to every time he pushes me forward. I'm getting myself like in this position. I don't know if you guys saw what I just did, but I'm doing everything I need to do. You know, if you start pushing me forward, you know, my hip goes and push me, just make myself stay sitting up. So I have to work hard. You know, I have to work like my legs stay heavy. Knee comes up, your leg gets sliding. So kind of legs go down, just so I don't want to deal with his weight. And then once I got everything together, leg goes there. Once I found the right distance, the right angle to get my leg out, to get my elbow up, now I can let him come and then I'll lock the position. So if you're not comfortable, still keep practicing to stay sitting up. If you don't have the sitting up, it's going to be hard to make the next position. If you're not kind of like I used to kind of forced to stay most like on top. You know? So imagine like he start run the pipe, he start pulling. I'm trying to connect my hands and he's hiding, and then he take me down and I don't have my hands connect. I cannot just fight to connect my hands now, it's too late. As soon as I start fighting to connect my hands, he take his arm out, he's past my guard, and then I'm like, maybe I connect my hands and I have him right on top of me. That's not what we're looking for. We have a guillotine, he can't pass my guard. If I have a guillotine, he can stay on this side, but he cannot pass on the other side because his head gets uncovered. So I need to make sure he stays on one side and not on the other side. So he took me down. He didn't give them much time to connect my hands. I'm doing everything I can to stay sitting up. And sitting up, not really to connect my hands under his neck. I'm sitting up, so I just connect my hands on top of him. This like will get my weight back on top. This will get myself like recover from get taken down. And everything depends on me now. So can you turn my toes? His head is already on the side. I stay on top. I just connect my hands, regular guillotine. I don't want to risk squeeze from here. Maybe the guy's a lot bigger than me. Maybe my hands doesn't even feel like I connect too much over here. So I don't want to risk. So if he's bigger than me, I'm better be on top than be on bottom. So what I'm looking for now is just to get him on the bottom now. So I got myself straight up. Same side that I'm controlling his arm. If you want to keep the guillotine, you can keep the guillotine. If you want to start kind of transition to like a underhook, head control, you can just switch for that, right? But he did the same thing. He didn't give like his neck. He took me down. I fight to stay on top. I just stay over. I cover his head. I cover his shoulder. I just don't let him kind of start passing my guard now. I just don't let him kind of pressure to work on this. Hands, I didn't even connect my hands. As long as I'm on top of him, don't let him come up. Don't let him pass your guard. My hands start. Find a way to connect over him. I don't have a submission, but I can get on top of him. So now I can push forward, throw him over. I can throw him to the side. I must feel like which way I have the control of his weight. If I feel like his weight is still toward the side, I go toward the side. Or his weight is coming straight over me, so I can just throw him over. So as soon as he takes me down, guys, I didn't get my neck, I didn't get his neck. Just stay over. If his head starts to come up, just keep his head down and connect your hands from there. And then from here, you can put both hooks under, just go under. Find a way to get on top from there. Like we did before. The same way, same side, I control this arm. I kick his knee and just roll him that way. If he free his arm, I will keep his elbow tucking. I'll do the same thing. Step myself on top. It's kind of like my way out because I got takedown. I didn't have his neck, but I don't want to stay on the body. Just connect your hands on top of him. Your hand helps to pull his head down and just connect your hands. Let's go try it. Guys, it's just like a scenario that happens so much, and unfortunately, people just don't take advantage of that, But some people is afraid to take the other people down because they know maybe their head is gonna be in a dangerous spot. And the other person, sometimes they get taken down and they kind of like let go everything. So that works both ways. And so if someone has to take down me, he needs to finish the takedown. He cannot just be thinking about, I'm just finding a way. Just finish the takedown. And then when you finish the takedown, you take the right direction. You take me down. And then he keep moving. He just has to make the right decision after you finish the takedown. So you need to get used to that. So just finish the takedown. The person's falling, he's sitting, just finish the takedown. And Rosenborg, like find your way to recover the takedown with the guillotine, with the sweep, getting back on top. And sometimes if you finish the takedown over here, I'm able to get over here. Sometimes I just get myself on top because I was able to just dominate the head and the elbow, and I find my way out of that. So just make a quick decision. That's why I want you guys don't take too long to finish it. Finish the takedown, give the takedown, and start walk from there. Who makes the best decision will win. But try to get over and finish the takedown quick and make the best decision from that. Single leg of me, he finished the takedown. As soon as he finished the takedown, I'm already kind of like, as soon as he started the takedown, I'm ready to go down. I'm ready to go to his neck. I got the takedown, but I don't fall my back. I don't give up the position. I'm still fighting to stay up. When I say stay up, like I have time to keep climbing and digging and adjust. And then when I feel like I have to stay strong, when I feel I have the right position, I can lock the choke, right? So the idea is like I'm going down, but I'm just not giving up everything. I didn't kind of like collapse on top of him. Even when he's still walking to finish the takedown, I'm still staying up. I'm still fighting to stay up. That will give me like a lot of chance to recover the takedown instead of just kind of like fall on my back. So the idea is, if he pull me down, his head goes up. That's the idea. Once he start kind of like pull my leg down, I feel like his head start kind of like swing a little bit more lower, right? So as soon as I start pulling down, that will be the time. But I have to do everything I can to don't fall down. Because if I fall down, all his weight is on top of me. All his weight and all the momentum me falling down, he used to pass and start walking to get on my side. And maybe I have the head, but now I cannot finish because he's so close to my side. So we have to get used to, even when we're going down, we still keep strong. Even when you kind of miss something went wrong, we still fight to kind of like, how can I keep everything together so it doesn't break and falls apart? So as soon as he pulls me, I'm working hard to just don't fall back. And I'll do everything I can to connect the neck before I fall back, and as soon as I fall back, elbow comes up, and leg goes over from there. Let's go try this. Guys, I believe sometimes the person takes it down so quick, you don't have time to set up the choke. And then you're always like, you still fight to set up the choke, right? You still can, the way down you already start walking the choke. But you have to really fight to stay sitting up. But the problem is like some people, they have a very good takedown skills, very good wrestling. They take it down, but they don't commit too much. They don't expose too much their head. They have the experience. Actually, maybe they do wrestle, but they do jiu-jitsu too. So they have a great takedown, but they avoid the neck twist. And that's when you have to be very careful. So he keep his head up. So I'm pulling his head down. He's finished the takedown, and I'm sit up. Finish the takedown, like down. But then the head is just like not underneath. Up. So the head is just not underneath. I just didn't connect the hand. So I wasn't able to really get the choke. So if something like this happens, I'm not looking for the choke anymore. I'm looking to like stay on top of him. When I say stay on top, look, I even grab wrong, just so you guys can see it. I just grab over, just so his head doesn't come out. So his head doesn't like come out and then he starts to avoid any other submission. So as soon as I got the takedown, I didn't connect the hand. He's coming up. You know, just get a hold of him. Get a hold of him, connect your hands. Stay tight. Stay tight. Move your legs close. So you don't want to fall. You still don't want to fall. So as soon as you feel comfortable, if you feel too much weight coming on top of you, you get a little bit of momentum. You can do that if you pull. So I got the here. If you feel like there's not much weight going over, go forward, just kick. Turn, pull this side. If you want to keep the choke, you keep the choke. If you want to give up the choke and get on the hook, you get on the hook like this. Most important, I go towards the side that I'm controlling his arm. If he has a single leg, his arm is already there, so I can just roll him towards that side. If his arm is out, and this I touch his elbow and just go this way. Go this way. Finish the takedown and keep your head up. You don't commit enough. Just get on top of him. I don't have no choke, but I'm most like on top. Now that I'm on top, rotate. Now that I feel like I'm on top of him. I got the takedown, but I'm much higher on top than him on top of him. He's on top of my hip, but I'm getting my weight on top of him, you know. So from here, I can keep any grip I want, but I want most of control. If I need, I just connect hands. I can try sweep him, I can try roll him, or I can just kind of get myself on top. If I have his weight forward, I just take his weight. If I have his weight back, and I cannot really sweep, I just get myself on top. So one or the other. So as soon as you fall, if you don't have the neck, at least get the head and just stay on top of it. Once you get on top, you figure out if you want to sweep or if you want to climb on top of it. I can climb on top. I can climb on top. Just stay here and then transition later to something else. I love this option over here. This option like he got the takedown, he's on top of me. I kick one, I pull my leg out, and I have a crucifix. So now I'm definitely on top and I'm close to get a finish. So most important, when he finishes the takedown, let me do the takedown please. I keep the takedown, but I'm who's doing the takedown, guys? Keep going like that. You don't give him the neck. That's the idea is like, oh, he's not exposing his neck. Well, you don't want the neck, just get the head, just get on top, just climb on top of that. And then we figure out how we can reverse from that. Let's go try, guys. Guys, I just want to bring like some positive, you know, when you start a match. Positive that you're gonna beat the other person, you know what I mean? Like you have to have like a positive thought that you can do it, you know what I mean? And you gonna be able to do before he does to you. Because if you just wait too much, or if you just kind of step back, that kind of just start going on the opposite side. So you have to, once you step to the mat, you have to feel like you can do it. What I'm trying to say, like, not that you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, like, and you didn't train for. You know, you can do because, like, you know, take people down, you know how to attack this, you know what to do it because you just trained that, you know. So, but you have to step forward and then know you're gonna do that, you know. So right from the beginning, you start mat, you know, I know I can do, but also like I know he can do some stuff too. So I have to do before him, you know what I mean? I cannot just be kind of like just too relaxing and then I get shot by like a surprise. So I have to do something before he does to me, just in case. You know what I mean? Who knows like how good the person is? Who knows like when he's gonna crank and then try to do something. You know? So do it first, you know what I mean? Do before him. Even if he does later, you know what I mean? You already did your part and then he's gonna have to chase you, you know what I mean? If he really wants to. And then when he's chasing, maybe it gets easier, you know, because maybe he makes a mistake, you know. So that's better, you know, it's a better game plan. So you start a match, you know what I mean? I'm dropping my level just in case that he'll shoot on my leg. And I start to look for his hand. And when I start looking for his hand, I realize he's very low and he's very like defending, you know what I mean, to me getting to his legs, you know. First thing, I start to do the first low, just snap his head down. When I say snap his head down, like I have to really pull his head down. I have to stay up a little bit. I have to really pull his head down. At the same time, I just feed it with the other hand. I feed it to the other hand, you know, and I have to just try to get my chest on top. I like to start like that when I see the other person doesn't give them much open. Imagine he's just very kind of like defending his leg, everything is just kind of protecting. And then if he's that low, even if his neck is not really open like this, but his head is just down, I just need this. I just need to get my hand under, you know. Doesn't need to be completely open, just need a little bit. And if I get there, I just hit, you know. But I never make no one tap like that, you know. I always try, I never make no one tap, you know. Every tournament I start a match, like I see the guys that is very low, I try, you know, and I try hard, but I never make no one tap like this. But after you do this, usually like I take people down, because they don't stay that low anymore, you know what I mean? Because I try so hard, you know what I mean, and I get close, but then next time the person just kind of little up, little higher, you know, and then the person's leg is exposed to you. So that's the whole point, but you have to believe you can do it. I really try, I tried it and I just couldn't do it, but then the person doesn't keep his head down anymore, you know what I mean? His hand is not so low to defend, so now I have a chance to maybe go towards the other person's leg. But that's the type of thing like I can get him by surprise. It's very slightly like the chance that he escaped, you know what I mean? Something just kind of slips out and the person escapes. But then, because he's thinking about like, oh, that was close, that was almost a tapping. He's really trying to make me tap, and then you can just kind of like a switch like a plan. You know, so start over here, you can try to defend, you know. Next time it's not so low. You can start shooting like on his leg. So the idea is just to change what he was thinking. Before he was very defending. Next time he's just like not much more like keep his head forward or even just his head down. And then you can, instead of push the guillotine now, you can just kind of like attack something else. But you have to really try. When I say try, you have to really make he think like or maybe he can get to my neck next time. But then you don't go to the neck anymore, you just switch it. So let's try like a start with the guillotine, the other person. You can try to make the other person tap, you know what I mean? He's not really defending. You can try to make him tap. You can pull guard, you know what I mean? You can pull him like to the side. But if the other person works next time, so just don't give the neck, you know what I mean? Now you can just work like to finish the shot. Let's try, guys. Guys, let's just think about like we start strong. You believe like what you've been training is must work. You know what I mean? Like you go to a mat, like whatever you train, whatever, must work that day and must work against the other person. Because that's the only way and we're gonna be able to increase our chance to really make that work. If you just think, oh, that guy's too big, you know what I mean? Like that already starts gonna put you down and then I don't think it's gonna work, you know what I mean? What you're gonna do. So we have to move forward. Like I can get a takedown, I can pull guard, I can choke him, like something is gonna work in it. And then you try to get close to that, you know what I mean? Even if you don't get close, like you try to add it up like a momentum and you start to understand like what maybe is gonna work better against this person. If you start get so close and it's not work, but then you get close to something else, like I think that one's work, so you have to just keep believing. But let's think about the worst scenario. I always start like this, like just jump on the neck, especially if it's no points. You know, if it's not worth points, like you know, even if the person's not that low, you know, I'll try climbing over them. Just really try, you know what I mean? Because you can get really close and start matching and finish that quick, like you know, and you can really surprise. You know, I mean, some people really walk around that mat, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But if you just kind of like just really go, you can really surprise the person, and I really believe on that. You know, really just try, just go right forward before he really before he puts together something. But worst scenario, you know what I mean? Like I have got myself pick up and just throw on my back, you know what I mean? Because like I just maybe just went too much, you know, just went over, just kind of. I really got cut like this. And that could happen. I just want to bring the scenario that like goes wrong. You don't go back, you know what I mean? Goes wrong, like you just keep attacking. You know what I mean? Like what I mean, attack is like you keep kind of like defend yourself with as much attack you have. And my point is like, imagine like he's over there. I didn't set up that much. I just went over, got the takedown. Guys, you fell on your back. Not much guard. The person's already right on your side. He don't have no hands connect. You almost like you give the takedown for him. So he just kind of like, he just fell next to you. This hand goes right on his face. When I say on his face, like he has to keep the head on this side. He has to keep his head like on this side. He doesn't want to put the head on the other side. So once I went to the guillotine or something and I have his head over here, he not necessarily wants to keep his head down. As soon as his head starts to just go right over to the other side. And it's just a reaction. When I say reaction, like I have a reaction to attack, and I have a reaction when someone just kind of like attack me, you know. And everything that you do just to kind of like hiding. Usually, if the other person has a good like a mindset, usually it's just gonna fold you down and just keep you there, you know. So if you get attacked, just get him off of you before he feels like he has that control. So the other person just finish the takedown, you know. As soon as you jump on the kick, just finish the takedown. Just start working on this. This hand start, the other hand helps, and from here, guys, my knee start to recover guard. And I start recover guard, but the person has a really good kind of close position. When I say close position, he got really close to land on your side. So he will try to maintain what he almost got, you know. So from here, leg just right over, like the shoulder, just to keep kind of like a good attack from it. So you just react because you felt like he got cut. You didn't back away. He felt like I really have that, you know what I mean? He wasn't prepared. He just kind of connect, like take down at the same time you jump on his neck. He felt he really have something, so probably he really gonna try keep something that he don't even plan. Because he's really tried, maybe he got himself like cutting something. So I went there. You got this leg out. Be careful with the other person's arm over here. If you get his arm completely straight and not bending, you can really like jam his elbow. If you just get cut right in the middle. So as soon as you throw your leg, the other person make sure like don't leave your arm straight and kind of like elbow bending a little bit, you know. And just get back on top. And this is the same reaction from the bottom. Begin on the bottom, someone get next to you, just kind of you're pushing. Someone just kind of like a turn and fall next to you, just pushing away. That's why I want to build it up the movement. It's not because like, oh, I'm never going to jump someone's guillotine. Yeah, but sometimes you're going to get surprised and someone's going to land right next to you. Can you go in your back twist? Especially no gi, you know what I mean? Because sometimes they're just really going to land next to you. He don't really going to set up anything. Just lands over here, and then you better just have like a quick reaction. Just walk from back. Last try. You go to the guillotine. Just connect the takedown. When the other person, you know he's coming. So when he goes to the guillotine, do we have a good timing? When the other person goes to the guillotine, just drive with the takedown. Who's on bottom? Start working the way out of that. And the person is getting the takedown. You don't wait to get on top. You don't wait to get kind of like the landing to start arranging the other person. You're falling, you're already preparing. That's the whole point, to get that timing together. One person shoot at the same time that you try get something. Let's try match that time. Let's try it. Guys, we already worked this before, and it's all about like someone just shooting your both legs, and they end up with some type of like a control. And obviously, I've been trying like I just kind of stiff my back, like I'm trying to arc, and then the other person just keep pulling me. You know? It's not because like I felt that I have to stay on my back. If I can, if I get thrown, but I still fight to stay on top, I have much more like momentum to sweep, and obviously like I have a reach to get back on top too. Much better than if I keep my back on the mat. So can you see that? So anytime the other person goes there and then you realize you're gonna fall, just work your way back on top. That could come from like side like this, that I have my both legs free. With my both legs free, once I make on top, the legs can just help me get on top. That could be something like this, that my legs is already both inside stuck, and instead of getting my legs free, maybe I can use like that grip. What I just recommend, just like a headlock. When I say headlock, you gotta have his arm, you know, not like a real like a guillotine. Just headlock him, you know, and you have this control, not really to make him tap, but just to pull him. If you have to, you have this to kind of like throw him like that, because that grip kind of gives you that, you know. And obviously, because you're on top, when I say on top, you sit up, you have the momentum to fall back. You know? So he go again, he get here. I have to avoid to don't let him get to my side, because if he really gets to my side, maybe I don't have my legs to use. And what I'm trying to say is like I have the headlock, I sit up, I maintain like a kind of a type of hold, but then now he's gonna try past my guard. So I have to try to stop him. I can use my hook to lift him, or I can use my hook to kind of like push and get back on top. And the most important is you keep him on your guard, you keep him like on front of you, and you keep his head down. If his head comes up, probably it's because he's working the pass. So you gotta keep his head down, because once he's here, even if you pass towards this side is the side that is easy. So your leg can't come up because his head is low. His head is not really coming out. And then like you have all his weight on top of it. So if his head is up, he's on top of it. If his head is down, probably he's just gonna stay there. You know what I mean? He's not gonna let like his sweet side. So every time he gets on top, he has some type of guillotine headlock, I like to say. Keep your hooks kind of like hold him. Even if he jump, your hook has to follow him. And once you get on top, you decide if you're gonna let go the guillotine, or if you wanna just kind of like adjust to make him tap, or maybe adjust to get him out, because like with the headlock, maybe the other person will feel very pressure, maybe not to tap, but to protect himself. You can use that to mount, you can use that to other things that you need to set up later. So who's got the takedown with you guys? You take down, but just kind of just try don't pass the guard yet, because we're gonna work just after. And who got takedown work to be sit up at the same time that you like just connect your hands. Something like this. You know? Your hook is strong over there. I can lift, I can throw, and then I can get on top. Most likely because I want to reverse as soon as possible. Let's go try, guys. Guys, every time we do something like this is because like something really bad happened, and probably that happened because the other person knows what he's doing. But if you're able to reverse your way around, it's just like it's almost better than like you hit a takedown him. You know what I mean? Like it's almost better than like you did that first. You're able to just reverse even something really bad happened. So those situations has to be strong, like to reverse when something really bad happened. Before the other person get better control. You know, you already got takedown, but then you got the takedown. You don't get frustrated. You don't get lost. You just kind of stay focused and like work your way around that. You know? So the other person got to take down, and if I have a choice, I'll never let the other person connect his hand, because if you connect his hands, like your feet comes up and then you land almost like a pin already. You know, I mean, your leg just kind of gonna do this. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure like you get the takedown, you fight the takedown, and then you realize like, all right, it's not working. I'm already falling. So you don't really give up kind of like the total takedown, but you most like know when it's like you going down. You know what I mean? So I work the takedown, I'm fighting, I get the takedown. I don't defend until he connects him. I'm kind of like I'm fighting. I know I'm gonna go down. His head go down. So his head go down to keeping like a little bit of control for me. You know what I mean? Like I cannot fall towards the side his head comes out, because like if his head comes out, like his control stays stronger. So if fighting the takedown, you don't wanna go down, you know you're gonna go down, try keep his head down, because you already have the headlock. So that would be like the first option. But what happens like if the other person go one side and then he just switch side, and then you get something like this. So you thought he was gonna go one side and then you're gonna stay good, but then he just gonna change the angle. He just turn the corner, and then you just end up like the other person on top of you. And when I say on top, is because his head is out and his weight is most on top of you. So so the other person has to finish the takedown, but then head has to come up. So first thing, guys, you don't let the other person pin your legs. Your leg has to be kind of almost like spreading out, and it's spread out in a way that like you can maybe reach and get back on top. Once you get back on top, you can try keep his head down. If it's not working, if he's keeping his head up, you almost like get him towards the way that he wanna go. You almost like use his momentum when he try to go, you just follow the momentum. But you have to catch him first. So he kind of went to one side, he switched to the other side, and he landed tight on you. Instead of like you just accept that, you go catch him, you go reach, you gotta bring him back to your guard. It's almost a recover, but recover not to stay on your body, not stay on your body. It recover to kind of like keep moving before he stabilizes something. So let's just do one side, Mateus. You already like just finished. So he goes, he finished. Your leg can catch, the other one can reach. Sometimes you can't just continue the momentum. Sometimes you have a chance to sit up and then go. Most important is like, it's not because you don't land on your guard, you still can reach and recover and then do what you have to do. And keep a tight like headlock and a strong hook, so you can really reach far away from him. And from there, don't let the other person connect your don't let the other person connect his hand. You know, your leg is almost like spreading out. and not something like this, you know. Let's go try, guys. Guys, you have no idea, like if I see a match and someone just kind of like go down and just kind of like didn't show reaction, I mean, it didn't really fight, just kind of like you can see some people just like just take the frustration, you know, like it was like, you know, he almost like he's almost just looking himself and it's like, oh, that was bad, you know. It's totally different than someone is going down but just kind of like reaching for recovery, you know? And that's like their goal. That's what I wish you guys like connect like something's going wrong. You already realize it's going wrong. It's not the way that you thought you wish to go, and then you start going down, like your legs getting pulling. You already start to plan like, how can I recover from this? I already see myself going down, but like I have to like find a way to get it, and that's the whole thing, you know. So just try and imagine yourself every time that something starts going wrong, and totally wrong, totally like a bad. It's just like I didn't see that coming. I mean, just don't see yourself just getting beat. Don't see yourself just getting got past. Just already start thinking like which way is the way out. You know, just like what can I do to like repulling, and just kind of like but as soon as possible, man, things going bad, like don't frustrate yourself. Don't see like what is already went wrong. Just start really your mind start just kind of like just walking, you know what I mean, as soon as possible. What we're doing here, like guys, walking in many different situations. That's the whole point, you know what I mean. You already start thinking about after things go bad, just start to make things go towards your way, you know what I mean. But just like I was thinking before, his head was up, but then you managed to keep his head down. But a lot of people, they just jump. And then you just kind of like so it's most like, it's simple, but it's just like attention, you know what I mean? Like as soon as I get through, the person maybe he's gonna jump, you know, and then you just gotta keep your attention. It's not hard, but you have to be like alert. Like as soon as he jumps, you have to stop him. And it can be very easy, you know, I mean, you take down. You always just kind of like block him, you know what I mean? Just don't let him jump. But the other person has to try, so we have a little bit of like fight, you know, we just kind of block over there. Don't let him go, keep him there, and then you can figure out, you know what I mean, what is your best move from there, because that's what we've been working before. Or you got here now, the other person jump on leg. He jump, come back, man, sorry. He jump both. He escaped on one. Come back. He escaped this one. That's the one that he catch before. He don't like that. But then he escaped that one. But then you gotta catch the other one. So that's the whole point. So you try stopping, don't let him jump. He escaped one, but he can't pass both. Hold on like this. We have to hold him there. And maybe the hold there means like keep going. Means like keep going. Maybe the way there is like you just keep going. Like he keep jumping, you know he's jumping, he's not going to stop in the middle. He's keep going, but then you just keep going with him. Who's on top, guys? Don't pause, just jump. Just jump quick, you know what I mean? As soon as you finish the takedown, your head is down, means you're in the wrong side, jump to the other side. And the other person has to try catch you in the middle. Catch and just do the same. Whatever we're doing already before is the same thing. You just have to catch when he's jump. And it's just attention. I know like I almost sound silly, you know, but you have to walk that when the other person just jump quick. So the walk more is almost like who's finished the takedown, just jump quick. If it's low, that's almost like no situation. So finish the takedown, your head is down, but you have to jump to the other side. And then who's on bottom, continue from there. That's what I guess. Imagine someone just shoot a double leg on you. You able to stop at least one arm in front of his shoulder. Come back. Okay. At least one arm on top of the shoulder. But I don't want to just back away from him. You know, as soon as I'm able to like stop the takedown, I'm gonna try to lock him down. When I say lock down, I'm gonna try keep him on the bottom. So he goes, he shoots. So now I really wanna get a hold of him. And the first thing I'm gonna do is like knock his elbow. Knock his elbow down. What I'm trying to say, like if he has his elbow on the floor, I'm gonna just knock him down. But if he keep fighting to just pull this arm back, I'm gonna just go to the neck. So I knock his elbow down. Be careful to don't go too hard, you know, because if you fall too hard, you can really put a lot of pressure. So he goes on me, I stop, I connect my hands, and I knock his elbow down. I tied up his head and his arm together. And as soon as he starts pulling, I go right on the neck. I connect like a seatbelt grip, and as soon as I let go this, I'll connect the same thing. So same thing, same grip. I usually just do this grip. Usually, I just used to do this grip just to don't get confused. That was just like one grip, everything. And then later, I start to mix it up, like side control, you know, maybe like maybe in the back, I was like a little bit more like a gable grip, but most like seatbelt grip. Seatbelt grip for the guillotine, seatbelt grip for the headlock, just like easy and quick. A grip that you can set like quick all the time. So he goes like that, I stop, I connect hands, I pull his arm, as soon as he pulls his arm, connect my hands. As soon as I connect my hands, guys, keep his neck tight, keep everything tight, and I'm gonna scoop the same side that I'm holding his neck, I'm gonna scoop my leg underneath, like this, and leg swing over. When I say leg swing, it's because they're like really gonna like land over him. But it goes again, connect, pull. I'm really slowing down the drop. I'm really slowing down the drop because once you fall, you have to cover the back of his neck. You have to really cover the top of his neck. You don't want to expose the back of his neck. So he's on his knees. He pulls. This is so when I fall, I really pulling. I'm not open up the choke. When I fall, I'm really falling so much pressure already on his neck. Guys, one person just shoot a double leg, stay low. When I say stay low, you don't shoot a double leg and start picking him up. Just play nice, put yourself in the position, shoot a double leg. When he crosses your arm, you try to open your arm, and then the other person goes to the guillotine. First hand, second hand on top. And then to finish, elbow comes up. Let's go try it. Same thing, someone just shoot a double leg, you caught him. It's not that like he did a great takedown, he didn't take it down, so he got cut in the middle, and you were able to defend your takedown, you were able to free your leg, and then you caught him with the headlock. So he did the same thing, he went, I sprawl, and I really connect my hands, and I start to really kind of knock his arm down. But as soon as I knocked his arm down, he didn't open his arm. He didn't really try to put his arm out. He didn't try to kind of like come up. He stayed there. He stayed there with his arm, but then he started to come up with his leg. He started to come up like with his butt high, you know. So I got here, and he started really come up with his, no, but don't get this hand, high. So I got here, and then he started really come up. So what happens, like, he's not really opening his neck, he's not really pulling his arm out, he's not really like exposing himself. He just got there and just really like start walking his way out. I don't want to let him go back on his feet. So I need to keep pulling him down. When I say pulling down, like you pulling like a tiger war, you really like pulling him down to the border. He's coming up, you need to pull him down. So he goes again. I defend, he starts really starts kind of like dragging him down again. I can do this, moving my butt back. I can move this, like circle around, like keep pulling him down. Stay down, please. I have his arm over here. As soon as he pick up, my feet start really walking back from that. And as soon as he drop, we circle. As soon as he drop, we circle. We circle because his neck is kind of defending. He pulling by his neck. His neck is like protecting. He's not really exposing to come up. So his neck is protected. So as soon as he fall again, you don't wait till he open again because maybe he's not gonna open. So we just transition for that. So Let's start from your knees so nobody get more confused. So I have this, as soon as I come up, I just go, I'm go right behind, but on the side too. I'm behind his head, I'm behind his arm, but I'm not behind his back. Because I wanna be on his back. I wanna be on his shoulder. So I go behind, but next you need to have the seatbelt, right? So I have this start to come up, lock the seatbelt. Stay tight, tuck in, and let's put the hooks. Let's put the hooks. You can put from the top and drop. You can roll with him, but let's put the hooks after. Guys, imagine somebody just got into taking down the whole leg, and he starts driving. He really like just got right next to me. There's so much like I control that I can avoid that because he already went quick. You just keep walking. He walked faster than my sprawl, faster than my defense. He already landed like even off my guard. So someone's can do faster than the other. Someone's can do like a very good takedown and land there all the time. Someone doesn't have that control that much. Someone's just land straight inside of your guard. Instead of like even choose like a half guard, they already land inside of your guard. They don't really care. They almost kind of like they just keep driving. They can even get flip over because they just drive too much. But somebody that goes really fast, you have to try to stop and don't let him land on your side. He goes there. So you have to try. So at least like he's inside of the guard. Doesn't mean he's going to stop. He's still going to keep kind of kicking. He can try and get next to you. So everything has to be to kind of get a sprawl, get a headlock, and keeping like on front of your legs. When I say of your legs, like doesn't matter what kind of guard, close guard, half guard, foot in the hip, anything that can kind of hold him. So he goes at him. He takes a shot. Just get a hold of him. At the same time, then connect like a headlock. I don't have to like a full fall complete on my back and sit up. I can do the same thing at once. Like keep this. One more time with this. And keep this at the same time with like a headlock. This headlock maybe you feel you have. Maybe you feel like you have like a guillotine, and then you can close guard and stretch and just really try to finish there. You can try to get on top. But what I'm trying to avoid, stay on the bottom. When I say stay on the bottom, get your guard pass. The person give you a hard time. So every time someone take you down, you have to at least keep you on your guard, just so you can kind of like start attacking. He got ahead of you, he got his 2 points, but now he can start reversing. So the whole point is like that. So then he got to take down. From this position, I'm gonna try to keep him on the other side. This side he wants to pass. His head come out of the ground. The other side, his head goes on the ground. Even if he passes my guard, he's completely on my side, his head on the ground. I can keep squeezing. So in that point, I'm gonna choose one side. And I'm gonna choose the side that he has there on free. So I wanna choose the side like I will let him pass on the side, but he's gonna be stuck on the half guard. I don't wanna let him pass because I also wanna get on top. So as he gets over there, in this position, I use this way, and get on top. Once I get on top, maybe he fall on his side, because maybe he's gonna be defending his neck, maybe on his side, and then he kind of like stay on top. Or maybe he stays on his knees, and then you make a choice. You make a choice if you wanna go to the choke again. You make a choice that, you make a choice if you wanna go just to the head, guillotine, or you make a choice if you feel you wanna make to his back. But first, let's have that control. Control that like you know exactly where he should go, and not on the other side. You have to sweep him first towards the side of his head. You have his head, you have his, You have his head. Get your hooks inside, start lift. If you can get on top, great. If you start getting on his belly, you're still on top. You still can work to kind of like keep attacking and stay on attacking and just not like have to defend. I forgot the word. Offense. That's what I mean. So even like you got shot, you lost 2 points. You want to go back to the offense as soon as possible. Even if it's not a sweep, even if it's not a choke, you have to just stay on top of him. And the best, you'll be like just reverse it right away, so you don't have to fight too much from the body. Because maybe you got to take down because he's better on top of you. So if you're able to reverse and leave him on the body, it's better. Maybe you got to take down because you're tired. So if you're able to get him on the body and then you can breathe on top of him, that's better. So last, the other person take down, keep him on your guard, headlock him, and sweep him towards the side that he has his arm free. And there's a lot of reason why maybe he doesn't defend the sweep. So you have to just first try towards the side. That's what that is. When you try to defend and the person still get it and then you try to defend, so you know you're gonna get taken down. You know, usually you already know like, oh, I don't have anymore, I'm about to fall. So usually like if you can choose one side to fall instead of the other, like that changes a lot. That changes a lot because you bring him back to like to your attack. So if he goes towards one side, you're gonna start to feel like, oh man, now I need to get myself out of the side control. I already got taken down, he has 2 points, now I get myself the side control. I can't give it back, I have to just kind of figure out a better way, so I need to just, I'm still in defend mode, you know, I'm still like avoid him. I'm not just gonna throw him back to him. You know? I need to start throwing back to him as soon as I can. So he got to take down, he took a shot. I'm start to approach, I'm start to defend, and then he wants to go this way. Before I land this way, I need to kind of engage my hip. I don't want my leg just to be swiped off. I want my leg just keep going to the air. You know? My leg has to kind of catch. I know that I fall. My leg has to at least catch me in the air. You know, in the middle. You know, he goes, he takes down. I feel it. My legs start going up. I'm almost like okay, I'm going down. But at least I'm going down like almost on my time. What I'm trying to say, like, imagine you have a little bit of more defense, but then you feel like, oh, if I keep fighting to defend more, soon I'm gonna go down, but I'm gonna have him on top of me instead of having him on my guard. Let's always have the habit to turn towards the side. And when you have him turn towards the side, he has the arm free. What makes him he can defend the sweep, obviously. He can defend the sweep, guys. His arm is free. Any moment he can just come, you lift, you kick. No, stay straight. His arm is still there, you kick, his arm is still there. So it's just a good habit. It doesn't mean you're gonna sweep him all the time. But if you know how to put him on that side, you can sweep him all the time, but he's on like a defend. He's already defending sweep. He's already kind of like, I can't pass. I getting swept. I gotta defend. Or maybe my neck is in danger. So he's already like in the back of the line. He's not more like a leading, like the match, you know. So it's a good habit. You fall, you control him, you get a headlock, you start kicking, you're kicking really high, he's not getting swept, push, and get back on top. I don't have to sweat, you know what I mean? As long as he's kind of defending, as long as on the kind of like offside for him, I get back on my feet. I create some space. It's not even like much a scramble, but I get back on my feet. So let's get used to it. Things go a little bit like off your chest. Leg comes out, knee comes down. Get yourself back on top. It's a habit. When I say a habit, like in the middle of like something really bad, like, oh, I'm going down, I can't defend, I'm going down like with him on my guard, instead of like a complete off. So try going through that. You put him on the guard, he wants to pass a guard. Put him on the offside for him. You try sweep, he defend the sweep. Let me get myself like out of here, on top of him, when he's still busy with something. And once you get back on top, you have an option to pull guard again with a tiger guillotine. If you like to do that, you have an option to go to his back. You have an option to just hold him there like 1 minute, because maybe it's 1 minute left. So just kind of keep stuff him down and don't let him come up on top. Don't let him come out from the bottom. It's just a habit. So when you do this, try and understand exactly where you want to bring him. And don't let him go off to the other side. He has to go to the other side. He has to go to the other side. You try to, you have to pull him back towards the side. Let's try this. This control gives you so much like options. When I say option, like when things goes really bad, when I say goes really bad, like you winning. But then if the guy takes you down, you lose. So you kind of like, even you can reverse. I mean, you talk to Matheus, like if you hold the guillotine a little longer, the ref is not going to score you. And then you get back on your feet, you at least like you don't like him scoring you. Even if you cannot make to his back, even if you cannot make on top, if you just get back on your feet from there, if the guy like get back on his feet too, at least like he didn't score. If you're gonna begin a match and the guy already surprised you, like you don't begin like in a bad place. You already kind of like get yourself back. And those are the things that you don't want to be like cut like that. You don't want to get cut like by surprise. That's the worst thing when you don't see that coming. And at the same time, you want to have that control. Like you know, like we're not wrestling, but you know like how much like you can stay on your feet. So sometimes like, oh, I'm going down, so I'm just kind of make he stay with me. You know what I mean? I don't want somebody to move me down and get back on his feet. Someone take you down, at least like make him stay with you. So that control gives you like options. When I say options, like get back on your feet, get back on top, get a choke, just kind of like you're gonna have a lot of options from that. But as the other person is better on the feet than you, he's gonna have more options too. You're gonna be try to find him, you're gonna be try to find him, and then he's gonna just keep your legs off of him. So if he goes on a takedown on you, and then he's really, you want to get as much of the hold you can, even when he's still passing. Walk away from him. Come back. Even when he's still passing, you just keep try getting him. If you have an option, keep try kind of like hook his leg, and then if you get a hook of his leg, he's going towards the side. Keep taking. What I'm trying to say, like if he gets past, if he keeps passing. Keep taking towards the side, because you already know, like if you got a hook, if he's almost on the side, I don't think you can take him back to the other side. So if he's almost on the side, just keep taking as you get your feet on him, right? If you get your feet on him, you don't have an option now. You want to bring him on the side, but he's too far on the other side because he has the speed to take you down and he already run next to you. So keep taking towards the side. We already did that. But in that moment, you try to catch him, and you can't find him because he's already like way ahead of you. His takedown was way better than you thought. He already like got ahead of you. He already got ahead of start. So you took it down. Start going. Keep sprawling, almost like with your butt, your back on the mat. When I say like, keep your legs away from him. If you take a shot on me, I'm keeping my leg away from him. I don't want to let him pull my leg. So keep your legs away from him. But as you take down, keep your legs away from him too. Keep your legs away from him because you still come back on top. So if you cannot catch him because he's already next to you, he's already like on your side. So instead of bringing your legs back to try hook because you already felt like he's not close to me, so take your legs out. If you take too long to make that choice, if you feel, I have him, and you don't have him, you're not gonna make anything out of that. But if you feel like, I wanna get him, but he's too far away from me, get off of him. Your legs keep going away from him. Your legs go away from him, and your hip goes down. And then you're back on top. You make a mistake, you got distracted, you got cut. The guy is better than you on his feet. At least like going down, you already start thinking ahead of him. Or he's too close to me. I'm not gonna hook anything, so let me just get off him. And keep the head locked. Keep like the head. You don't wanna keep the head. You don't wanna keep the head. You don't wanna keep the head and like, he's pinned down. You know what I mean? Like if he's already pinned down, like, I don't need this head, you know what I mean? I'm start pushing and get off it. But when you still fight and you have the head like you have options. When you still like I can butterfly guard him, I can bring him back to my guard, or I can get off of him and just kind of flip and get my hip down, my hip on the floor, and then you get back on top. You guys already remember, get back on top, like you can pull guard again and go to the choke. You can go to his back and try finish with the choke and make points on him. So who's on top now? Get the takedown, but try run to the side a little quicker now. Let's go back, guys.